Guys, I am back. Unbelievable week got coming up for myself. I cannot wait to share everything that I'm doing day by day with you guys when I'm asking these questions. Saturday, 28th, I am in Manchester. If you want to learn about property, if you want to network, if you want to be around the right people, get your ticket, £11, full day with me in Manchester. I also have an exciting joint venture, earn and learn opportunity that I dealt with on the weekend, wrapped it up. Solicitors on the case now to get the memorandum over. If any of you guys want to jump onto one of my joint venture earn and learn opportunities, there's a link in the description below. Let's go. Let's build the biggest property portfolio in the West Midlands in the next 3 years. We're well on our way. I want it to become the biggest. So if you guys have funds available, you want to get involved in working with me, fill out the form below, contact me, email me, and we can make it happen. How was your weekend, guys, actually? How was Saturday and Sunday? What do you do on Saturdays and Sundays? So this week is a very, very, very busy week for me. And in business, you have ups and downs. And we have stresses in everything that we do. The higher you go, the more difficult it actually becomes. But this week is going to be a really, really fruitful week. I'm going to make sure that I do everything in my power to make sure that this is one of the best weeks I've had in a very long time. And I set myself up on the weekend. So Saturday and Sunday I worked all day Saturday, all day Sunday on my phone, on my laptop, but I was present with my family. And I got to spend time with my Isabella. I got to spend time with my son Cruz. And I feel very refreshed, very happy, very refreshed, and I'm about to take over the whole of the world. That's how I feel. What do you guys do? On the weekends, what do you guys do? Do you work? Do you relax? Let me know. Fill out the comments as well below, because what I'm trying to build here is a community. I'm trying to build, a bunch of people all in the same thing, property, business, mindset, trying to be better. So if you have any negativity, this channel's not for you. It's all about positivity. So let me jump into the first few questions. Darren Wilson, big member of the Property Circle. Everyone's a big member of the Property Circle, but Darren's been around a very long time. Great guy. And he asked me, why don't you do an event in Nottingham? The area would be great as your team are doing more and more sourcing over this way. P.S. Keep up the videos. They're a great source of education. I personally take away a lot from them. I have a huge amount of respect for Darren. Very successful in his own right. He's got a great portfolio underneath his belt, and he's constantly trying to learn. I want to do a networking event. I want networking events in the week. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. But I physically can't make it happen because I don't have enough time. I don't have enough staff members to get that sorted. I offered out to my Property Circle members the opportunity to have a franchise of the Property Circle in an area that they wanted. Again, if that sounds like something anybody on here feels that they can build, a networking event in their area, you can buy a 12 months franchise from me, and you can run the networking event in that specific area. And then we grow, we make it better, we make money, we bring services, we add value. So yeah, I do want to come to Nottingham. I just don't have the time at the moment. Andrew S. Hi Steve, congrats on your award on Saturday. I see on LinkedIn another Property Circle member, Charlotte, was also in the awards. Testament to your efforts. My question for today is with regards to the refinancing of a BRRR property. The valuation pack. Please discuss all the ins and outs and what are the most important must-have features and the nice to have enabling a strong pack for the lender. As always, shiny side up, Andrew. Andrew, thank you for the question. Appreciate it. I don't have it here, but tomorrow I might. I did win an award on Saturday night for Property Educator of the Year 2024. Best in the UK. Success leaves clues. Very, very thankful to my team, to my members, to the community, to you guys who cheer us on. And Charlotte did win as well. High Living Estates won another award. Another award on the night. I don't know whether that was their first at that event, but yep, they did. Congratulations to them. Refinancing and giving the valuation officer a pack. 50-50, guys. You imagine giving somebody a pack and telling them how to do their job. You need to have the pack ready, so it needs to show what the property looked like before, what you've done, what you've spent, what build team you used, different photos throughout. Make it a really good property pack that they can take away. But judge it on the person as to whether you're going to hand it to them. Because some people don't want to be told their jobs. Some people are like, leave me to it. I know what I'm doing. Don't tell me. Judge it when you're there on the day. It's the easiest way to do it. Draw 4. Hi Steve, great new platform. My question is, how is it possible to get into property full time with savings? When a lender will want to see an income for a mortgage, is it possible to pay yourself a salary from your limited company for 3 months, for example, or what other ways are there available to get started? It's very simple. Very, very simple. Bridging, you need an income. So you do have to take a salary or a dividend from your company if you don't have a job. They need to see some sort of income to service the loan in case anything goes wrong. So that's really, really, really important. And if there's other ways to get started, well, try and learn deal sourcing, because that will give you a cash flow in your account from 1 to whatever figure you want to take it to a month. But yeah, most lenders do want to see an income. They want to know that if anything goes wrong, you're good to be able to service the loan. So speak to an accountant, get some financial advice. They will put you on the right track. Mark H4. Hi Steve. Being a fan for a long time now, I think this new format is great. I'm starting the process to release some capital from my primary residence to purchase some vanilla turnkey buy-to-lets. I know these won't make me rich, but they will sit alongside my pension and give me options in the future. This will allow me to be more adventurous with my cash savings to complete some BRRR to flips. Question. Do you always pay for a survey on an auction property prior to the auction itself, and if so, what kind? P.S. I was a day late for the video that included the 24-hour auction offer. Okay, I've responded to you to email me, steve@stevehamilton.com. I can sort the offer out for you. I like to get surveys done on properties where I don't feel confident, where I don't know whether my expertise is enough just to give me that little extra thumbs up. I'm pretty confident 99.9% of the time, but if I have a niggling doubt that something's not right, I will always go for a level 3 RICS survey. And if you're buying at auction, the outlay of £300 to £750, I would always spend it, because that £300 to £750 could save you tens of thousands of pounds once the auction's complete. You've got the property and all of the unforeseens are brought to life or brought to light. So yeah, I would always go for a level 3 survey on an auction property if you're unsure. Next question. Hey Steve, you're doing great for the community. I wait for your videos to upload and watch. My question is, how do I know the end value of the property? Land registry comparables sold around the area within a 0.2 mile radius. Try and keep it at like 4 streets if you can, or 6 streets. Don't go a quarter of a mile, half a mile away. If you can't get one from land registry or anything like that, go and speak to valuation officers in estate agencies. Do not speak to an estate agent, speak to the valuation officers. Hope that answers your question. Steve, thank you. This series is amazing. 2 questions from Grangey. What is your view on owning the home you live in versus renting? Controversial. You got a lot of people out there that tell you stupidest thing owning your own home, and you got people out there like me that tells you always own your own home. I like the thought of having your own home that you live in. Yes, you might have 50 or 100, 200, half a million, a million tied up in there, but that's your home. Your home is nothing to do with your business. And I'm a big advocate on owning your own home. Also, you know, when it comes to mortgages, when it comes to borrowing finance, if you're renting, you might end up paying a little bit more interest rates. Sorry guys, I was looking at my Only Fools and Horses thing. The lights just come on and it done something that kind of threw me off a little bit. Some lenders, most lenders, will not lend you the same way if you don't have a residential. There are lenders out there that will obviously lend you by renting. Of course there are. But your interest rates might be a little higher. So owning your own property has many benefits. A lot of people don't like the capital tied up in their property because they want to go out and use it because it's dead equity. That's what they say. Me personally, I'm a big advocate of owning your own property. What happened to the 100k to a million challenge series? That was incredible. Sam is a very, very, very close friend of mine and Isabella's. And Sam had a change of heart because he had a company that he was building. He has a job, and the focus that he had to put into the series was detracting from his work and growing his company. So we sat down, had a conversation, and Sam decided that he wanted to go ahead and build his brand and his business, not his brand, sorry, his business, and he couldn't commit the time. So instead of replacing Sam with somebody else, we just stopped the challenge. Work toxic tales. Hi Steve, when you're doing London events? I'm in Milton Keynes before the end of the year, and I might come back into central London maybe January. I don't know. Keep you updated. I don't know, guys. I leave that to the team. Gary, Steve and Jones, cheers for answering the question about taking money out tax-free, Steve. One last follow-up, using your example. If you bought a BRRR through a limited company and you BRRR it and have 70k profit in the deal after refinance, does that money need to go through the company at all? What I'm trying to ask is, can you just go out and purchase 75k personal goods? I understand it being tax-free, but it's not tax-free for the business and not personal. You surely just can't transfer it to your personal bank account without it being accounted for in limited company. Sorry for poorly articulating my question. Okay, Gary, you've taken debt on in a property that you are servicing the loan. Speak to your accountant. Your accountant will tell you what you can and what you can't do with that money. But technically, the money is yours because you've taken it on for debt and you can do what the hell you like with it. Technically, speak to your accountant. They will back up what I say and they will tell you how to go about using it correctly. Hope that answers the question. Got a lot of questions today, guys. Screw Loose, 18. Nice name. Hi Steve, first I just want to say thank you for sharing your knowledge with us. It helps more than you can know. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I have a plan in place for which I'm currently raising capital. The plan is to buy a 1-bedroom flat, refurbish them into 2-bedroom flats, then flip them. I'm aiming to do this in the West Midlands area. Do you have any tips or advice you could share about this strategy? Screw Loose, 18. Sounds easy. Buy a 1-bedroom flat, turn it into 2 bedrooms, sell it for a profit. Sounds simple. If it was easy as that, I think I'd just be buying all the 1-bedroom flats. It's not as easy as that. You need to get the right knowledge, the right education. It seems like that you're right at the start of your journey, because I can tell by the way the question is delivered. Screw Loose, contact me, steve@stevehamilton.com. Jump onto some kind of training that I can give you in that area to help you move forwards correctly. But don't just get going out buying any 1-bedroom flat thinking you can just split it and turn it into 2. It doesn't work like that. Get the right knowledge and education first and then put your money into the strategy that you want to do. There are lots of pitfalls in what you're trying to do here. It's not as simple as buying a 1-bed, cut it in half, all of a sudden you've got a 2-bedroom and you've made 20-25 grand. So just reach out to me, please. The boxing on Saturday night. Okay. Who thinks Anthony Joshua is finished? Who thinks AJ is done? Who thinks AJ should hang up these? That was a handy little prop on standby. 258. Anyone know what 258 means? Anybody know what that actually means? These are AJ's latest gloves. Should AJ retire? What has Anthony Joshua done for British boxing? Well, to me, he is British boxing. He's the guy that made boxing likeable for everybody in the UK again. So you got boxing enthusiasts, me, love boxing, across the board, everything about it. One of my favourite sports. It's probably on par with football. It never used to be growing up, but as I've got older, definitely on par with football. Anthony Joshua changed the way that we look at British boxing. He's brought more to this country with boxing than any other boxer in history. And yes, he's lost a few fights now. Does that make him a bad person? The way that people are attacking him, the people are doing certain things? Yes, I remember the conversations about his comments when all the stuff was going on. Were they misinterpreted? Were they worded incorrectly? I don't know. That's not my business to get involved in. But boxing is where it's at because of Anthony Joshua in this country. In my opinion, that's what I genuinely believe. And I never expected that to happen on Saturday night in a million years. I couldn't see it. Didn't see it from a million miles away. But Dubois, well done. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Should Anthony Joshua retire? Is he done? Is it over? I don't think so. I don't think it's over. I think he can come back. I think he can have another fight. Can he get to that 3-time world champion? Who knows? Who knows? If Fury beats Usyk and then, you know, he fights Fury, you do know the fight between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury will always happen. You know that, don't you? No matter what anybody tells you, what anybody talks about, the fight's going to happen because money talks. Whether it's for a belt, whether it's not for a belt, they can still bill it as the Battle of the UK, the Battle of Britain, the two greatest fighters this country has probably ever produced, and it can be marketed in any way that they want to market it. And yeah, I don't think he's finished. I don't think he's finished. I think it's a setback, another one, but we all have setbacks. We've just got to figure out a way to get back into the driving seat. So that's my take on Anthony Joshua's boxing. Paul Simpson, regular. Bonjour. Nice, like that. You gave the example talking Spanish. Bonjour. Yep, appreciate the Spanish. You gave the example of refinancing on Friday's episode of a deal that you put 150k into and got a valuation of 300k. The bank lends 225k, everything's clear. What my question say down the line is you sell that property years later, and just to make an easy question, is it still worth 300k? What is taxable gain in the situation? The previous 700k profit that was released now, taxed alongside 75k. Yeah, so whatever you sell it for after you've had it refinanced, so if you've got a mortgage on it of 300,000 and you refinance it again, well, you still don't pay tax because you're taking on more debt. But if you buy the property, if you sell the property at 500, pay off your existing mortgage, and you have £200,000 profit from the sale, then you will be paying your tax on that. But if you're taking out more debt years later down the line, it's still not taxable because you're taking on debt. So I hope that answers it. Bartek, another regular. Very good episode with a lot of knowledge about withdrawing capital. Super Steve, don't change, go forward. I hope the situation will clear up and pay off. 7 months. Thanks also for sharing knowledge which increases the value of real estate. Greetings from Cardiff. You're a great supporter. I massively appreciate you. Thank you very much. That's a very nice thing. Slav Zoot. Thanks, Steve. I promise I will take the deal sourcing course when I'm ready. Thank you so much for answering all the questions. Very much appreciate what you're doing. Keep it going. Appreciate you. Hi, Steve. Where do I contact a valuation officer? Estate agents have valuation officers in there. I'm loving the videos. Is it possible to advise me on my next step? I currently have 2 buy-to-lets which make a good return, both in my own name rather than limited, and both are enjoying interest rates from before they increased. I'd like to refinance and buy more, probably in a limited company. However, with the new rates and the increased borrowing, I'll be wiping out my profits of the property in my own name. Incorporating the current property seems expensive. What should I do next? Well, you are paying tax on the whole income from those 2 buy-to-lets which you have. So are they as profitable as you think? Or have you just not had your accountant actually tell you that you can't offset your mortgage payments even though they're at the lower interest rates? How long's left on your low interest? Is there another 2 years, 1 year, 3 years? Because you need to plan for when they do go up to 5 and 6%. And you do need to plan for when you have a 5% mortgage on a buy-to-let, and let's just say your income's 1,200 and your mortgage is 1,000, and you have to pay tax on the whole amount of 1,200 because it's in your personal name, then what are you going to do? You could find yourself in a negative situation. So plan now, speak to your accountant, understand the consequences of leaving them in your limited name if there are any, especially if you work as well. And obviously getting them into a limited company, you are going to have to pay stamp duty. So yeah, get some advice now. before your interest rates hit wherever they're going to hit. That's my opinion. That's all the questions. That's all of the questions. Great start to the week. Monday, fantastic start to the week. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Any topics you want to discuss, drop them in there. We'll have a conversation about them. I'm thinking of maybe getting a guest or two on in the next 4 to 6 weeks, so we can have conversations about what's going on in the business world, what's going on in the property world. I'm thinking about having some solicitors, some accountants, some entrepreneurs, some business people, and just kind of having a good old conversation with questions for you guys. I am also thinking about doing a YouTube live in the next 3 months before Christmas, where we can do one of these live on a weekend about 3 p.m. till 6 p.m. and you guys can interact with us. That might be a really good thing that we're going to do. But if you are watching this, please subscribe to the channel, because we need the support. We need to grow this channel to 100,000 subscribers. We are doing everything we can. We're putting out a video every single day, Saturdays and Sundays included. We're not missing days. 7 full days of content for you guys. And if you take it for what it is, you'll know how important it is to have this kind of knowledge. If you have any questions, get them in there. If you're looking at doing an earn and learn with me, it's below. Guys, fill it out. I have an opportunity available, ready to go. I'm looking for people who have funds immediately, ready to go. I want to create the biggest portfolio in the West Midlands in the next 3 years. So join me, help me, work with me, and let's grow together. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow.